Hello everybody, my name is Lorraine. I'm from Canada. I have a Verbling class for you at the pre-intermediate level. It is a vocabulary building class called cell phones. We're going to look at lots of vocabulary having to do with cell phones. So I'll say hello to everybody as they come into the class, and I'll apologize in advance. I have two budgies who have decided to really start squawking today, so please excuse my noisy birds. We have Italy. Hi, I haven't seen you for a while. Welcome.
Hello, Lorraine. How
are you
feeling?
doing? I'm good. I'm really good. What about you?
I'm great.
That's
Thank you for
great.
asking.
Very good. Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
Olga, hi.
Hello.
And where are you from, Olga?
From Europe.
From Europe. That's
Yes.
a big place. Okay. Have you been in my class before?
Yes, a long
good.
time ago, but
Okay.
it's not my first time with you.
Good. Okay. Well, welcome back. It's nice to see you.
Thank you.
And Slawik, hello. Welcome.
Hi, hello.
Did I say your name okay, Slawik?
Yes, it's correct.
Oh, good. And where are you from?
I'm from Poland.
Oh, very good. What is it like today in Poland? The weather?
The weather is beauty, especially when you take the season, which is the autumn, that
Right.
is about 20 degrees.
Oh, very nice. That does sound good. Do you have sunshine?
Sunshine, but not now. It's about 8 p.m.
Ah, okay. It's getting late. In Poland, do you have autumn colors? Like in the trees, do they change like in Canada?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the same, I think.
Yeah, it's so beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, welcome to the class. I'm glad you're here.
Thanks.
Jorge, hi.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent, excellent. That's good. And Adrian is back with us. I'm glad you came to the class, Adrian.
Yeah, hello. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, good. Okay, so let's get started. I have posted the worksheet in both of the chats as of now, and I'll share my screen share with you. Let's get rid of the old one and start the new one. There we go. Okay. So as I was saying in the intro to this class, we're looking at developing vocabulary. We're going to talk about everything that you might say when you're talking about your cell phone. I think just about everybody has a cell phone. Is there anyone in the class who does not own a cell phone? Okay, good. If you can't see the blue screen, let me know right now. And if you click on my icon at the bottom of the page, it will keep this blue screen as your main window for the whole lesson. Okay, so we have a text here for reading. Before we read through the text out loud, I want people to read it to themselves, and I'm going to ask you what words we need to put on the lines, okay? So let's see. We'll start with Adrian. Taking a look at this first sentence that we don't have a word for, what word that's here in green do you think should go on this line?
Okay. In the morning, I use it as an alarm clock.
As an alarm clock. Yeah, very good. Okay. And then Jorge, this sentence later I can email. What do you think we should put on this line?
I can email them to my friends or maybe post.
Yeah, post them. Good.
Post them on Facebook.
Excellent. Okay. Olga, what about this line? What should we put here?
I can install a lot of other apps.
Apps, yes. Does anybody know what apps is short for? This is a short form.
Application.
Applications.
Applications, yes. Shortened down to apps. At some point, people won't know what that means. It'll just be the word that you use for the things you put on your phone, apps. Very good. Who's next? We've got Slawik. This number 4 one.
If I want to check the weather for the next week, I just tap the screen with my finger.
Okay. Very good. Vitaly, the next one is number 6.
If I am lost, I can use a GPS app to check my location.
Good. All right, and number 7, Adrian.
Number 7, I can use my phones. I can play games. I can use my phones. I don't know.
If I want to browse the internet, I can use my phones.
Browser.
Browser, yeah. Good.
Browser, yeah.
Very good. And let's see, Jorge.
I have a monthly prepaid plan.
Okay, good. Oh, subscription, not a prepaid, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it was a subscription, yes. Okay. So Olga, with my last cell phone.
With my last cell phone, I used prepaid service.
Yeah, this is what Jorge had already said. A prepaid, yes. I had to pay before using the phone. Yeah, good. Okay, Slawik, number 10.
I had to buy charge in order to add credit to my phone.
I had to buy...
Or maybe refill cards.
Yeah, refill cards. I had to buy refill cards. Good. And then number 11, Vitaly?
Firstly, it can break very easily, so I use a special charge to cover it.
Not a charge. No, charge is something you do to your...
Yes. Firstly, I can break very easily, so I use a special... special tape. Not top. Sorry. Case.
Case, yes, good.
Yes, case. It's
Okay.
mean cover. Yes.
Yeah, a cover or a case. Yeah, good. All right, and Adrian, number 12.
Also, the battery life is very short, so I need to charge
Yes, good.
it every night.
Excellent. Okay, so let's read this whole paragraph now, or little story. Jorge, read to time. Okay.
My cell phone. I can't live without my new smartphone. I use it every day to make calls, send text messages to my friends, and listen to my voicemail. But it can do much more. For example, I can check my email when I'm not at my computer, and I can check the time.
Okay, very good. Olga, take over and read down to Facebook, please.
In the morning, I use it as an alarm clock to wake me up. It's also very useful when I'm on vacation. I use it to take photos. Later, I can email them to my friends or post them on Facebook.
Very good. And Slavik.
I can
Continue.
install.
Yeah, go ahead.
I can install a lot of other apps. If I want to check the weather for the next week, I just tap the screen with my finger. If I want to translate the word into another language, I can use a special dictionary app. If I am lost, I can use a GPS app to check my location. If I want to browse the internet, I can use my phone's browser. And if I'm bored, I can play games.
Very good. Okay, Vitaly, down to where it says phone, please. Vitaly, are you there? Unmute your microphone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I have a monthly subscription plan which includes 2 hours of free calls every month. With my last cell phone, I use prepaid service, which means that I had to pay before using the phone. I had to buy refill cards in order to add credit to my phone.
Good. That's good. Leave it there. Thank you. And Adrian, the last paragraph, please.
There are some problems with my phone. Firstly, it can break very easily, so I use a special case to cover it. Also, the battery life is very short, so I need to charge it every night.
Excellent. Well done. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to look at verbs that we use when we're talking about cell phones and match them to the nouns on the right-hand side. Let's start with Olga, number 1.
Send text messages.
Let's see. Okay, good. And Jorge, make?
Make calls.
Yes. Salwick, number 3.
Take photos.
Yes. Adrian?
Listen to your voicemail.
Okay, good. Vitaly?
Charge the battery.
Good. And the last one, Olga?
Check the time.
Okay, the hardest one. Are there any questions or comments about the verbs and nouns? Right. So let's ask and answer questions about cell phones. So do you use your cell phone to send text messages, post photos on Facebook, and so on? So I want each of you to make up just a little sentence or paragraph about what you use your cell phone for. Okay, I'll start. I'm very similar to the person in the paragraphs we just read. I use my cell phone for everything. It is my main companion. I use it to find my way around because I have GPS installed on my phone. I post photos to Facebook. I do text messaging. The one thing I rarely use my phone for is to actually make voice calls. It is the least thing that I use my phone for. I listen to music. I play games. My phone is my best friend. So, Vitaly, tell me about what you use your cell phone for.
Okay, I use my cell phone for send the message, watch videos, check emails, little bit check the weather, listen to music too, much to play games, a lot to learn language, and browse the internet.
Okay, so you use it for everything too. What
It's
kind?
all.
What kind of smartphone do you have, Vitaly?
I have a smartphone LG G3. It's the last one.
G3. Okay, very good. And do you like it?
Very like it. It's fastly cell phone. In the past, I had Samsung too. It was very slowly.
This one's fast. What is its best feature? The thing you like about it the most?
Best feature from these words, I think for me is broad the internet for learn English languages.
Yeah, all cell phones though, like all the smartphones, will let you do that. But is there something about the LG phone you have right now that you really like, better than the phone you had before, the best feature about it? That specific kind of phone.
Feature in my phone?
Yeah.
I think it's screen.
Okay, it's a good screen. All right.
Good screen, very lightly.
It's bright. It's bright.
High resolution.
Okay.
It's last one from HD. Q. It's new technologies.
Okay, I just needed one feature that you like the best, and that's good. Excellent. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Okay, Slavik, what about you? What do you use your cell phone for?
I use my smartphone mainly to make calls. I rather don't send text messages, or maybe I send it very rarely. I don't post photos on Facebook because I don't have a Facebook account. Or I rarely listen to my voicemail. I prefer to check my emails on a computer, not on a cell phone. So I don't check emails.
So you use your cell phone for the basic thing of making telephone calls.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. All right. Do you have a smartphone or just a cell phone?
I've got a smartphone because my I don't know how to say, someone who give me a job just buy me one, and I've got a smartphone.
Okay, your employer.
Yeah, my employer.
Okay. And what kind of a smartphone do you have?
It's LG, as my friend, which was before me, said. It's the same.
The same. Okay, excellent. Okay, so Elga, tell us about what you use your cell phone for.
I use my cell phone almost for everything. As it says, like send the message, text messages, post photos on Facebook. I actually rarely use the computer. I usually use my cell phone.
Your phone?
Yes, but the thing I don't use my cell phone for play games. I don't play games on the cell phone at all. And I don't have voice emails. So besides that, I use my cell phone for everything.
For everything else. Do you listen to music on your cell phone?
Yes, I listen to music. I check the weather. I watch videos. I check emails. I'm currently now I'm learning English, so I use my cell phone all the time. The dictionary.
Right.
In order to translate the words, I don't know.
Do you ever use Google Translate?
I have apps, like dictionary apps.
Okay.
So in order to translate the words.
Okay. And what kind of phone do you have?
I own iPhone. The
iPhone?
Generation, yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. Thank you. Jorge, what do you use your cell phone for?
Well, I use my cell phone for several things. I take photos with him. It's my camera, I think.
Yes.
I also send messages all day. I can watch videos if I'm traveling. Listen to music and listen to the radio as well, and to check Twitter. I don't know. I don't use my cell phone to check Facebook because I don't have a Facebook account. I don't like Facebook at all, and I don't play games. No, maybe send messages, listen to music and the radio, and and check my emails as well. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what kind of phone do you own?
I have a smartphone, Sony Xperia.
Oh, interesting. And do you like your Sony?
Yeah, maybe it's a little old already, but yeah, it is running perfectly so far. Then I don't have to change it, but yeah, I'm happy with him.
Okay, interesting. How often do you change your phone? Do you
when it doesn't work?
Okay, so you're not one to just trade it in on a new model.
No. This phone, it's I think maybe 20 months old, and it is already running perfectly. I don't need the last one. I don't need the
Yeah.
last model or the last iPhone. Is the same than as this. Only it's bigger and maybe thinner, but the applications and the photos and meshes, everything is the same.
Yeah.
I don't need the last model, no.
And my daughter just bought the latest iPhone, and she was a little bit disappointed because it didn't really do anything different than her old phone.
No, it's the same. It has a bigger screen.
Bigger screen, yeah.
And maybe it is useful. I don't know, but yeah, I think it's not worth to buying it only for its screen.
Yeah, I agree. Very good, thank you. Adrian, what about you? What do you use your cell phone for?
Usually, I use the cell phone to send message, take photos, check my Facebook. Um, I like listen music. In I watch I watch films, movies too. I think um, I check the weather too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what kind of cell phone do you have?
I have a Samsung 3, Samsung Galaxy 3 Mini.
Galaxy 3. Oh, the Mini.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you like that phone?
Yes, yes.
What is the Galaxy 3's best feature? What do you like most about it?
I don't know, but I think the screen is a little bit small.
It's a little small. Okay.
Small, but to watch movies. It has a screen of 4 inch.
Okay.
Yes. Maybe it's a deficit. It's a weakness. But I think it's a good device.
Okay. Very good. Thank you. Okay. Don't need all of that. We'll go to the next screen. All right. So we sometimes have problems with cell phones. We're going to match the problems to their possible causes. So let's see. We'll start with Vitaly. Number 1.
My battery is dead. You forgot to charge your phone.
Okay. Forgot to charge your phone.
Charge your phone.
Charge, yeah.
Charge.
Good, okay. Slawek, number 2.
There's no signal here. You are underground.
Yeah, you're underground. Can't get a signal there. Good. Olga, number 3.
My phone works, but I can't make any calls. Your phone is broken.
Well, I'm not really sure about this
Oh,
one. I've
you
never
are
seen
out of
it.
credit. You are out of credit.
Maybe.
I can make
Yes,
any
you're
call,
out of
so you
credit.
are out
Yeah,
of credit.
that's it. Yeah, good. Jorge?
And nothing works. Your phone is broken.
Yeah, it's a good one. Okay, and Adrian?
Yes, I don't receive a new text message. Your inbox is full.
Okay, good. And number 6, Vitaly?
The phone is blocked. You entered the wrong PIN code 3 times.
Okay. Has anybody ever had that happen? How many actually use a code to get into your phone? Like, you know, when you first turn on your phone, turn the screen on, and you swipe to open the phone. Adrian, do you have a password you have to put in to get into your phone?
I have yes, a PIN.
Okay, so you have a PIN.
Yes.
All right. Jorge, what about you? Do you have a PIN?
No, I have I don't know how to say in English, a patron. I have to draw
Oh, the pattern. Yes. Okay.
pattern, yeah.
I know the one you mean. I use that one too. Yeah, there's a bunch of dots on the screen and you have to draw the pattern. Or you can do it without the dots. Olga, what about you? Do you have a passcode or a PIN?
No, I don't have any passcode.
No? Just go
Because
straight in?
I'm carrying my cell phone always with me. So
Okay. Slavik, what about you?
No, I'm not blocked my phone.
Okay, so you don't have a passcode either. Vitaly, what about you?
I don't have anything. I don't have problems with device because the device it's new, but I have one problem with relation station. It's bad. I have bad signal. Usually around my work.
But what we're really asking about is whether you have protection from other people using your phone. Because if somebody found your phone, say you lost it on the bus, and they can pick up your phone, can they get into your phone to read what you have there or to use it? Or do you have a password to get into your phone?
Me?
Yeah, for Vitaly.
Okay. No, I don't use PIN code because in my cell phone there are app to delete all information for
if you lose your phone
from far. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's easily.
Okay.
It's not easily for me. Okay.
Okay, so let's just talk a little bit about cell phones and how they're used. In Canada, if you walk down the city street and you look at people, most of the people are walking along the street looking at their cell phones, which I think is very dangerous because people walk right out into traffic and they aren't paying attention to what is going on around them. So I think that people use their cell phones in the wrong way sometimes, in the wrong places. You shouldn't be using it in a car or walking down the street or when you're having dinner in a fine restaurant. But what do other people think? Adrian, what do you think about cell phone use?
Yes, I think the use of the cell phone is a danger when you are walking and you are in a place where there are equipment. For example, for instance, in an industrial plant, there are the machinery or device that you have to pay attention in the environment,
right.
the
Pay
place.
attention. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Or when you are driving in a car.
Right. Yeah. Is it against the law to use a cell phone in a car in your country?
Here in my country.
Yeah.
Yes. It's, you can see the drivers use the cell phone.
But is it while driving?
Yes.
Okay.
While driving.
But are there laws in your country about doing that? Is it illegal to use your cell phone in the car?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is illegal.
Okay. Jorge, what do you think? Do people use cell phones too much?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, for me it's impossible to go along the street using it. I cannot go. I can if I go writing for example, I go against the lights. Street lights or against the people. I crashing. It's impossible to me. But yeah, the people go using it all day.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's dangerous. Even here, I don't know if in United Kingdom is against the law using it driving, but in Spain it is, and the people I think more often in the highways use the phone, the smartphone while driving. I think it's very dangerous.
Right.
Yeah, the smartphone nowadays, I think it's maybe a kind of addiction for us. Yeah, we cannot. If you forget the phone at home, you are lost.
Yeah.
You cannot do anything. Yeah, I think maybe 2 weeks without phones, it will be a very good idea to recover our lives.
I think you're right. Olga, what do you think? Do you think that people use their cell phones too much?
Yes, I agree with you that nowadays people use their cell phones in the wrong way. So I found the picture in the internet. There is a sign at the restaurant, so no Wi-Fi's, just talk to each other.
Oh, I like that. That's
Yes, I like to. So even when we hang out with friends and we go out somewhere, so everybody is sitting just in the internet. So if you need to use your cell phone to check email or to answer or something like this, it's one thing. But when you're just sitting all the time on Facebook, just checking what is happening there, so it's really sad.
I think you're right. Yeah, I've seen especially young people, maybe 20-somethings, sitting in a restaurant, 4 of them together, all of them looking at their
At
phones
the
and
phone,
not
yes.
saying anything to each other. It's
And
so weird.
Yes, it's very
question,
usual. It's very usual. It's
and there is a question, why did you gather? So you can sit at home just and looking at your phone.
Well, I always wondered if they were actually talking to each other. But instead of using their voices, they're texting. I don't know. It's funny.
there is a game I think now. It's where you are in a restaurant with your friends. You have to put your phone on the table, and one I don't know how to say one upon the other, like a tower of
Oh,
phones.
okay, of phones, one on top of each other. Okay.
Yeah, and nobody can use it. If somebody pick their phone, he has to pay the round. And I
Right.
think it's a very nice game.
Yeah, that's
It's nice to speak each other, and yeah.
interesting. Slawek, do you think people use their cell phones too much?
Oh, in my opinion, people maybe use their cell phone too much. It's especially danger when people use their phones when driving a car.
Mm,
In my opinion, it should be banned and it should be fined high high fines.
is it against the law in your country?
Yes, of course. You
Yeah.
could
Okay.
speak by phone only if you got hands-free set.
Right. I think it's probably true of all countries now, or most countries. It's the same in Canada. We can only use hands-free. And even that, I sometimes wonder. It's just we're talking to somebody who's not in the car with us, so they don't know what's happening in the car. If you have somebody who's sitting beside you, they can see the same as you if there's some problem in traffic, and they know why you're not speaking to them. But it seems to me people who are talking on the phone and driving feel like they have to keep talking even if the driving is starting to become complicated. Anyway.
Yeah, while you're
I
talking
agree.
by a phone, it's very absorbing your
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah, I agree. Vitaly, what do you think? Do people use cell phones too much?
Yes, I agree. In my country, people use cell phone, smartphone anywhere, in the bus, in the taxi, in the mall. They lost attention.
Yeah.
They speaking through cellular. They don't see anybody around.
Yeah,
It's very dangerous.
I think so. Okay, well, the second question here that I have, are there places where cell phones should not be allowed? We've already talked about cars. Probably having a cell phone conversation in a car is not a good plan, and most countries have laws against it. But what about other places? What other places do you think we shouldn't be using cell phones? It just shouldn't happen. Let's just open this to anyone. Just give me one place each, okay? Because we don't have a lot of time. Adrian, what do you think? Another place where cell phones should not be allowed?
Classical place is a bank. And
A bank?
Yeah.
Why not? Why not a cell phone in a bank?
I don't know, good, but I think it has to do with suffer. Yeah, you in a bank there are a lot of people. The people can have money, then you if you want to rob still the people, you maybe you can speak another partners to stall
Okay.
the people. Yeah, it's
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean.
yes.
Okay. Jorge, where else do you think we shouldn't allow phones, and why not?
I think in hospitals it should be allowed, because when you are sick and you are waiting for a appointment with the doctor, you are nervous and worried, and when people is speaking by phone, I think it makes a very bad environment or situation, and I think so. In hospitals, I think it should be forbidden.
Okay.
But overall, I don't know how to say, urgencies,
Emergencies?
emergencies, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think when you are in emergencies, you are very worried, and maybe there are tension as well. Phones in this situation, I think it's a bad idea.
So you're saying like talking about whatever's happening and there are other people around listening.
Yeah,
so
no,
it can be upsetting for everyone.
Usually people speak about work, and there are, I don't know, topics that I don't mind their work. If you can speak with your college or something like that, go out to the street or to a coffee or so,
Okay.
speak. No in a when I'm waiting for my appointment. I don't know how
Right.
to say this room.
In the
Waiting
waiting room. It's just the waiting room. Yeah.
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 It's my opinion. I don't know.
No, that's what I'm asking for. This is conversation, so good. Olga, where do you think that cell phones should not be allowed, and why?
I think when there is a meeting, so there is no cell phone should be allowed, because, for example, somebody is speaking, and for example, there are like 10 people, 10 persons at the meeting, and everybody's phone is ringing and interrupting all the time.
Oh,
So
no.
you can go crazy.
Wow. Have you been in that situation?
No, I haven't, but I don't want to be in that situation at all.
Yeah, I can see that would be, well, or even just not having the attention of people in the room.
Yes, when I worked, I was a sales manager, and for example, when you try to explain to somebody what you are selling and what features, benefits, advantages, and so on and so forth, and somebody was ringing to that person, who I
Mm,
was talking to, and every time he stopped me. Oh, please, can you wait? Oh,
right,
please, can you wait? And I can forget, the idea,
right.
what I want
Where
to
was
say.
I?
Yes,
Yeah,
and
okay.
you feel like silly, when you
Yeah,
have to start all the time the same thing, like more than once.
right. Yeah, that would be frustrating. Slawic, what about you? Are there places where cell phones should not be allowed?
Maybe the cell phones should be not be allowed in a school because
Oh,
a lot of kids take our smartphone to school and uh, use in a lesson. And for example, they create films with their colleagues and then post them on internet.
mm,
And then they may be not films that take that person in a good positive
right,
attitude.
right. Yeah, there's a lot of problems like that in Canada right now with, they call it like harassment,
Yeah,
bullying. Bullying. Children have always had, issues of bullying, but now it goes out onto Facebook and everybody can read it, and yeah, it sometimes can be very bad. So schools may not be the best place for them. I can understand that. Vitaly, what about you? What place do you think cell phones should not be used?
In my opinion, to use a cell phone very interfere in the theater or cinema or
Oh,
library.
yeah,
Yes, because in the library, very people should be silent,
right,
and cinema people want to see to watch same movie is it's all simple.
yeah. I remember once being in a cinema, and it's very dark in the cinema, and the person in the seat in front of me and to my right had a cell phone. They weren't talking on it, but it had a very bright screen, which I found really annoying. This big bright screen that's just like going right into my eye. And like, why? The movie is on. Why aren't you watching the movie? What's wrong with you?
Hit with hammer on the head.
It's so funny. Okay, so the last question that is on this worksheet has to do with whether or not you think that prepaid plans or subscription plans are better. I don't know about you, but in Canada we have very few internet providers, very few companies that do phone supplying. So it's very expensive, like crazy expensive. And it used to be you could get a prepaid plan and it was not too bad, but it ended up, if you use your phone for data, it gets too expensive on that kind of a pay-as-you-go. So you have to get a subscription, and they're also very expensive. What is it like in your country? Let's start with Jorge. Subscription or pay-as-you-go? What do you think?
I think nowadays it's not too expensive. In Spain, you can have a plan data for about €6.
Oh, wow.
€6, maybe in dollars, I don't know, maybe $7, something like that. You can use 1 giga of data giga and a half, a giga and a half.
Wow.
Even with this plan data, you can send all the message that you want, and in some companies even you have some minutes to speak with other people.
Wow.
No, it's not too expensive nowadays. It was so expensive maybe 5 years ago, but now there are more companies,
Right.
and the
Yeah.
competition it's better to get better prices or cost. Yeah, it's not too expensive, I think, in Spain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So subscriptions in Spain. All right. Slawic, what about in your country? Pay-as-you-go kind of plans, prepaid, or subscriptions are better?
Oh, I prefer to take a subscription plan, but later I've got a prepaid one. In my opinion, nowadays it's no a big difference
Okay.
when
Makes
you
no
can
difference in the end.
compare. Yeah.
Interesting. Vitale, what about you? Prepaid or
In
subscription?
in my country, internet cheap than in other countries. As
Wow.
for 3 gigabyte, I pay $12 month.
Good grief.
It's internet
Wow.
fast, and the internet for stage. It's new
Wow.
internet, new
Yeah.
technology. Yeah.
Incredible. Wow. Canadians are really getting ripped off. Adrian, what do you think? Prepaid plans or subscriptions, which are better?
Yeah, here in my country is cheap too, but for example, subscription plan, you pay $26 per month in with 144 minute uh, uh, calls, make calls,
Right. Mm-hmm.
to make calls.
Right.
Internet, I don't remember, but is big. The capacity of,
Wow.
yes.
Wow. Incredible. Olga, very quickly because we're almost
Right.
we're out of time.
In my country, subscription plans are cheaper, so you can pay like $25 per month, and you have unlimited messages, unlimited calls
Wow.
in country. And plus, it depends on your subscription plan. You can have like 30 minutes free calls abroad.
That's
So
incredible.
Yes, of course, it depends on your subscription
Right.
subscription plans, but it's cheaper anyway.
Even the basic plans here in Canada that don't really include much in the way of data. $50 is the cheapest that you can possibly pay, and that may give you 100 minutes, and it's crazy expensive here. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining me for this class. I hope it's been useful and fun for you. It's been fun
Thank
for
you.
me. And hopefully I'll see you in another class. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Thank you, teacher. See you. Bye.
Bye.